and they can now hear us. Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here on a beautiful Saturday night for the next episode of Phoenix by Night. This is a Vampire the Masquerade series and everything with an amazing cast, almost a full cast. We were almost lucky enough to have everyone, but unfortunately, Guilty Cosplay had internet issues, so she's unable to join us tonight. But her character will remain safe and very helpful and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be good. So before we go any further, let's go ahead and have everyone go around the room and introduce themselves. As always with any of my shows, you have to give your full chest when you introduce yourselves. If you're humble or meek at all, then I will give you an extra hunger point for like your vampire. And if you are able to give enough gusto and all that kind of stuff, you can have a re-roll for the episode. So like whenever you need it. So let's go ahead and start with Rising Valkyrie.
Hello, hello. I'm Jess. You can find me at Rising Valkyrie on Instagram and at Rising Valkyrie J on Twitter. And as the running joke is, if you want to do check it out, it's pretty much tumbleweeds and cricket, so good luck with that. And you can find me on a VOD that I played last Saturday for Dollar Store DM, which was a 6-hour long stream. So if you got time to kill, do check it out. And yeah, I'm just chilling. I just played on Wednesday on this channel with our amazing host D'Angelo playing Tayar, Queen Eclipse, or actually Stephanie. If you saw it, you know. And I'm here every other Saturday on Phoenix by Night, season 2, playing Erin. So I'm very excited to do that. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, and then going over to the newest Twitch streamer, Pawn Plays.
Hello, I'm Pawn Plays. I am on Instagram as Pawn Play Games. I'm not really on Twitter. I'm there, but I don't use it because it confuses me. You can also catch me every Monday night on Fateful Encounters. I play Fate's Fortune, and I also play Friday nights on Quest Vault. Those are both D&D 5e streams, and then starting in January, I will be over on the Initiative Order every other Wednesday, where I will not be playing as a character. I will, in fact, be running games. So
nice.
I'm super excited about that. I just hit affiliate over on my personal Twitch channel where I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. I do during the daytime usually. And you can find me over there on Pond Plays on Twitch. So hello, how's it going? I love you all.
Nice. And then coming with hot and heavy with the vampire in this episode where things are gonna get crazy, Jade Valkyrie, tell us about how amazing you are.
Hey, I'm Jade Valkyrie. I am a cosplayer, host, and streamer. You can catch me Mondays on Fate's Fortune with Pan. So if you like us and our dynamic, you can find it again on a different channel with Fateful Encounters. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I stream on my own personal Twitch account, Jade Valkyrie with a 3, not an E. And you can also find me on all social media platforms as Jade Valkyrie with an E. So yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And this is my first Vampire the Masquerade, like, anything ever.
Oh, really?
So I'm very, very excited.
I'm grateful that you chose me as your storyteller to do this. It's good. So, yes, my name is D'Angelo Murillo. Welcome to my channel. Tonight's episode is gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with Vampire the Masquerade, it is a World of Darkness product, and just as the name implies, there are vampires in this game. The world is very dark and very grim and kind of slightly dystopian, even more so in my sort of universe and all that kind of stuff. Everything takes place in Phoenix, or like Arizona, essentially. That's why it's called Phoenix by Night. And in the very first episode, what happened last time was that the Second Inquisition, which is a group that is that specializes in taking down supernatural creatures, have started to gain a foothold in the United States and have been given more and more permission and government funding and blessing by the public to be able to make sure that the streets are safe of werewolves, vampires, witches, anything that goes bump in the night that's not supposed to, quote unquote. Which led to a fleeing or escape, exodus is the word I'm looking for, of a bunch of kindred to leave to Mexico, to Canada, anywhere else but the United States, because things were really, really harsh here. And unfortunately, these three, or two of the three vampires were in the group about to leave to Mexico when their complex got raided, and they were unable to escape, and instead got it saved by a group of kindred from the Anarchs, who are fighting with all their heart and soul to help and save as many kindred as possible from the Second Inquisition, and not only that, but to fight back. They had no choice but to join their forces and to help them out in order to survive. And their task was to go and simply just scout at a mall, not interact with anyone, just like, chill out and be cool. And they ended up getting discovered by a Nosferatu who was cloaked and unseen. So it's and yeah, don't forget her yoga mat. Yeah, Juniper's yoga mat. So it was good. Yeah. So we do have a sponsor, which is Umbral Oculus Dice. So tonight we'll be giving away a D20 of Umbral Oculus. Bam! It's like a pretty cool. Oh, you can't even see it. It's like a pretty cool dice. They're beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, and all that kind of stuff. So what you're gonna want to do is in chat, in all uppercase, you're gonna put Diana, which is Diana, into chat for a chance to enter to win. Yeah, so that way, and at the end of the stream, we'll be able to roll it and see who wins, and we'll be able to send the dice over to you and all that kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit of a delay due to the holidays, but it'll get to you for sure. So it's pretty cool. So you are able to influence the game. There is a tip menu down below if you're on desktop, and that way you can, if you want to help them out, if you want to hurt them, whatever, you can send money, and then the money will get split amongst the cast for all of their hard work and everything. And yeah, I think that's everything. So from here, we're gonna pick up where we left off, essentially, where you're in Scottsdale Fashion Square. Everyone's hustling and everyone's bustling, trying to pick up gifts for their loved ones, take advantage of deals and all that kind of stuff. And then suddenly, Aaron, you feel a metal object pressed against your sort of back, as you hear a very like deep and gravelly sort of voice being like, you're not supposed to be here, and it takes you off guard. So what would you like to do? And for those who are just watching, or like haven't seen it at all, and for Jade, could you please introduce like the physical appearance of your character?
So Diana is a visibly tall and kind of lanky looking African American woman.
Mm-hmm.
She has locks but they have the roots of black, but they're ends range from purple to pink to blue to yellow, almost a rainbow of colors. Currently is pulled up into a bun, and she currently has on a yellow crop top and a blue blazer with black leather leggings and boots. Currently, most of the time she looks bored, and particularly right now as well.
Perfect. So Aaron, go ahead and introduce your character as well.
Yeah, so Erin is she's like, I think 5'8" is what I agreed on. I can't remember. She has long hair with dark hair with dip dyes, I believe, and just like mine, believe it or not. What a coincidence. She has a jumper on with a shirt underneath with the collars tucked up because she's a smart gal, and she was into science and can come across a little crazy.
Perfect. And then going over to Ivy.
Ivy is a short, very short human kindred, with short blonde hair, and they're usually wearing something sort of more professional looking, but today they're wearing just a normal like black t-shirt sort of tucked into a pair of jeans, and they're carrying a backpack with them, and they're just trying to blend in a mall, but that's obviously not working for them today. So
Perfect. And then so Aaron, you feel the gun press against your back unexpectedly, as people are walking by you guys, like No one's really paying attention. You know that Juniper and Alma, who's her assistant, are over by the massage chairs, just kind of like, eyeing things, kind of like chatting into the mic, like walkie-talkie, trying to communicate and everything. And then you also eye Ivy over by a bookstore, kind of looking through books and kind of like finishing up a conversation with what seems to be a mortal that seems very distraught and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you feel that your character would do at this time?
Is it? Do I notice just one figure? Ish.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I know exactly where the gun is, right? Because obviously I feel it.
Yes, it's pressed against your back and everything, and
Okay.
the tone of the voice sounds stressed and everything,
Mhm.
and as it says, like you're not supposed to be here, like this wasn't the plan. You're gonna compromise us as he like sort of continues. And is there anything you'd like to say, or let him continue?
Um. So he sounds stressed.
Yes.
So do I know if they're part of the organization we're with, or if they're part of the?
Right now you're uncertain because you kind of look
Okay.
back and you can slightly see the figure of the Nosferatu, because
Mhm.
Nosferatu have an ability to make themselves go invisible essentially.
Mhm.
It just makes everyone else's mind warp to the point where they cannot perceive them.
Okay.
But you can definitely feel their weapon. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to kind of put my hands up and behind my back, just kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
And I am going to, with my nail, I'm going to cheekily kind of scratch my finger to the point where the blood kind of goes onto the gun itself.
Okay.
With my corrosive vitae.
Okay. Perfect. So it does work. It is acidic, and it's not hurting you, but it will hurt the blood essentially, because it's on your back, the gun. So you can like cut your cheek and then have the blood, and then that way if you want to smear it on something or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But at this time, would you like to say anything or let him continue?
Can I smear it across the gun itself?
Sure. You can try to move to do it. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and roll.
Okay.
So you're gonna use we're gonna say dexterity for this one,
Okay.
as well as your like probably athletics, or you can use your blood magic or sorcery.
Okay. Stress. Right. First roll. So dexterity
And you're going to
what?
need let's see
Blood
here.
sorcery, right?
Yeah, blood sorcery and dexterity we're gonna say for this one.
Okay.
And you're gonna need to beat 3 successes.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. Let me try and find all my dice. Okay. I've got 5 dice to roll. Let's do this.
That's pretty good.
And I just dropped one, of course. Give me one moment. Let
Sure.
me just roll.
And you all get a free reroll for the session, so keep that in mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. I got a 6, a 7, an 8, a 3, and a 1.
Okay. And then sorry. Go ahead and take the 1 and then roll that for your hunger die, because I forgot
Okay.
to have you do a hunger die.
Yes. I got a 7.
7? Okay, no problem. So, so you got 3, they got 3, so it's kind of like a stalemate as you like take your blood magic, and then from your blood kind of pours out a little bit more, making it corrosive. You turn around to try to smear on the gun, but you can't see the gun, but you kind of fumble around and feel a bit of conflict, and you hear the guy go like what are you doing, and simply go like stop, as you feel a forceful like hand kind of grab at your coat and kind of pin you against a nearby pillar. And he goes, listen, the package is on, Diana, essentially. And what were the colors you're wearing?
Purple and yellow.
Purple, yeah. So he goes like, she's wearing purple and yellow. She has the package. She's been compromised. They're coming to get her. You have to go and find her and protect her. The revolution essentially depends on it. And he goes like, we're gonna make a distraction, and you just gotta go because they're actively searching for her. As he's
Double doors?
what was it?
Is it through the double doors? That's what I say.
Oh yeah. She was like, I think she went like over there, as he kind of like tugs your hand because you can't like see him essentially, and he was like, but you have to do this. As you do see behind you, there are some Second Inquisition members who are kind of like tapping into their like headset and then hearing some new orders as they're immediately marching off to the direction that he sort of pointed at, and and he goes, hurry up and get out of here. I'm gonna make a distraction, as he
So,
leaves immediately. And
down the walkie-talkie, or yeah, we have a walkie-talkie, don't we?
Yes.
We all have walkie-talkies, yeah. So I'm gonna chime in, and you'll hear. We need to go. Someone has the package. I don't know this person. Apparently they're that way, so let's go. Because the SI are moving, and I think we need to go there first.
And to remind you, you were only here to scout. You never were told about any sort of package or anything like that, just to observe and report back. But now you're being told that there is an extremely crucial, like essentially a VIP that has to be protected. And yeah.
We saw a package. There was that guy with the package, my old professor.
Yeah, there you go. And then, all right. So, what would you like to do in this situation?
I'm gonna immediately like turn and move towards Aaron. And start trying to like look around. Maybe use like my heightened senses to see if I can pick up on a woman with a purple and yellow outfit on.
Yeah, absolutely. So for heightened senses, do you have to roll or is it just activated? I think it might be free.
Let me double check really quickly. I gotta go to page 249.
Oh, and that's true. I think for your blood sorcery, you need to do a rouse check, Aaron. So go ahead and roll a d10.
Okay.
And then if it's 6 or above, you're good. If it's below that, you gain a hunger.
Okay, awesome. Yes, that was an 8.
8? Okay, you're good. Perfect.
Heightened senses. Yeah, it's free. It's my wisdom and resolve. I add my aspects rating to all perception rolls. If exposed to extreme sensations.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay.
While the power is active, I must succeed on a wisdom and resolve roll to dampen my senses in time. Otherwise, I take a -3 penalty to all perception-based rolls for the rest of the scene.
That works. So for this scene, you have heightened senses activated. You're bringing in a lot of different senses information to your body and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead and roll. As it says, you need 3 successes in order to succeed in this.
Okay. So my wits are 2 and my resolve is 4, and then where's perception? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I have it.
You're good. You're fine.
And then I need to roll a hunger die with that as well, right?
Correct. So one of those dice that you're rolling will be replaced with a hunger die. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I think I don't see perception on here, so I think that is just it.
Yeah.
Just
So
four.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I got a critical success. So I got 3 successes. One of them was a critical success, and my hunger dice was a success.
So for crits, it works when there's 2 criticals.
That's right.
So yeah.
Okay.
So for your hunger die, what was your hunger die?
It was a 7.
7? Okay, perfect. So that's completely fine. So you got 3 successes, so you succeed in this. So it sucks at this moment because you activate heightened senses and you take in all the information, and right when you do so, the fire alarm starts to go off, which, like, for Aaron, you're like, that must be the distraction. You know, it kind of goes through your head. But as you kind of look around, did you say that she was wearing a yellow and purple thing, or just say that you have to protect the package or something?
I did say it's just a person.
Okay, so I'm just looking around for a person with the package.
Sure. You see a ton of people as they're shopping for gifts for their loved ones and all that kind of stuff. Everyone has a package around here. Yeah.
Okay. Do I see any kindred?
You are unsure at this time. You definitely notice there's a good amount of Second Inquisition, probably about like 8 of them that are kind of around, and some of them are actually moving towards. It must be some sort of target, like up ahead. But you do see the nearest exit to you guys is being locked by the Second Inquisition as they're kind of like warding people away and being like, I'm sorry, you can't use this exit. You got to use another one or whatever. Which is very curious because during fire alarms, it's supposed to be any exit to get out is what you're supposed to use.
Okay.
But it seems like they're blocking off certain areas. And,
So-
Can I wave Ivy over? Just like you'll see, just Erin.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I'm like
this.
running towards you.
Mhm.
Do you see the person?
I think they have wearing yellow and purple. I think that's what the Nosferatu said. I swear that's what they said.
Okay. I see they're following. It looks like the SI are following somebody. Do you want to follow
And-
me?
Sure enough, with your heightened senses, you see that all the way on the other end of the mall, up on the second floor, you guys are on the ground floor, near the entrance of a Hot Topic, exits what this woman in yellow and purple. She has a very, very beautiful, but sort of like I don't want to say obnoxious, but it's very like eye-catching outfit and everything. And yeah, so you notice that there are people moving towards that direction, kind of like pointing and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so what would you like to do?
I'm gonna point her out to Aaron. Like I think that's her. How should we get up there?
I don't know. Is there a faster way up there? Is the escalator's moving? We can run up the escalator that's going upwards.
The
Might be a bit
crowds are
faster.
gathering and they're getting pretty dense and everything, so you could try to push your way through. There are escalators that sort of are around that people are still using, even though they're being told not to anymore, and some elevators as well that are also like slowly being like blocked off and everything. So if you'd like to, you can choose to force your way through the crowd, or whatever you'd like to do.
I'm gonna walkie-talkie Juniper first.
Juniper is also with you for the scene
Okay.
because she's not here. She will just say that like she has a splitting headache due to the fire alarm and she can't really help out that much. And Alma is like trying to help her out. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Do
you want to take the elevators? They seem like they're not as blocked off as the escalators are.
That's true. Let's go.
We're
So-
gonna.
Perfect.
I'm gonna like Olympic speed walk. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to run because I don't want to bring a whole lot of attention. But I just calmly.
That works. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and you're going to roll your. Let's see here. We're gonna do manipulation or charisma or composure. I can see any three of them working for this one. And then you're gonna do your stealth to just try to like make your way through the crowd.
Stealth.
And because of the crowd is super dense right now and everything's going wild, you're only gonna need 2 successes in order to succeed in this.
But I need to roll as well because I'm doing the same. Or just
Correct. Yeah, go for it.
okay.
What's the success floor?
6 and above.
Rip.
And one of those dice needs to be your hunger die. Yeah. How's it going, Ivy?
Oh, see how Aaron does.
I got a 7 and an 8, and my hunger die was a 7.
Okay, so 3 successes, so that's good. And then Ivy
I got 1 success and my hunger die was a 5.
was a 5. Okay, so you did fail. So and it was a 1 for that one.
Yes, I just got the 1 success. My hunger die was a 5. I do have a crit fail in here, but it's only the 1.
You
Yeah.
have a reroll. You have a reroll.
That
Oh,
is true. So with Vampire the Masquerade, there is a mechanic where you can spend a willpower point to re-roll 3 dice if you'd like to, or you can use your free re-roll that I gave you guys for the for doing a great intro.
Can I reroll my hunger die?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
use
So
that one.
yeah, go for it. What'd you
It
get?
was lower.
Lower? Okay.
It was a 3.
It's all good. It's all good. So, what happens is that like Ivy is all turned around by the crowds and everything like that, taking in a lot of the sights and the sounds and the fire alarm and everything, to the point where she's just so like a kid with ADHD essentially. We're extremely distracted. Meanwhile, Aaron, you're able to keep your cool as you're kind of like blending in. You're just like, I'm just a normal person, and then like
Can I grab her?
yeah, absolutely. So you kind of grab her, but you kind of like there's people that goes like, hey, you can't use those elevators, as you were like already sort of getting into the elevators and making your way up to the second floor. And yeah, so as you're getting up, it goes like, ding or whatever, and at the bottom floor, you do notice that there is Dr. Jenkins that you stopped to talk to and everything like that, who is like scratching his sort of head as he's like wondering what's going on, and like looking at his phone, and kind of like is kind of freaking out a little bit, kind of like it's weirded out, as he is like trying to flag down one of the SI members, but you're unsure of why. But anyways, on the second floor, it's a lot less congested than it was on the bottom floor. As you're making your way down now, as you can clearly see, this woman in yellow and purple making a trip from Hot Topic to Claire's, as you can see that there are SI members that are like gaining up speed, and she doesn't quite seem to be like doesn't notice them quite yet and everything.
Mhm.
So she's gonna be probably about like 200 feet away from you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I'm gonna walk up to her and act as if we're friends. So what I'm gonna do is, oh my god, is that you? And then like really, really obnoxiously and really, really loudly. And I know that the floor is like not that full of people.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna direct it towards Diana.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and roll your charisma, and we're
Okay.
gonna say performance.
Okay.
Yeah, performance. Yeah.
Because then, I don't know, they may think I'm a bystander, so they may not engage. So it's charisma and then performance. Oh,
And for this one, Diana, you're actually gonna roll as well. You're gonna. Oh, thank you. You're gonna roll your. We're gonna do your intelligence or wits,
Okay.
and then you'll also do your awareness.
Okay. Intelligence. And so each dot is a 1 dice. of a
Correct, yeah.
D10. Okay. Intelligence and then wits.
Or it's gonna be intelligence and then awareness. So
Awareness.
so
Gotcha.
you have the option of using intelligence or wits, whichever's higher for you,
Okay.
and then you'll also do your awareness. Yeah.
Okay, so this quick addition. Gotcha. Okay. And then they're all D10s. Yes. All right. I got 2 because the success is 6, correct? 6 or higher.
Correct.
Okay, so I got 2 successes.
Perfect. That's great. And then Aaron.
I got a 9, 2 7s, 2 2s, and then I got for my do I have to do a hunger dice or no?
Yes, for this one. Yeah.
Yeah, hunger dice was a 10.
A 10? Okay, perfect. So that's good. So Hunger Dice 10. Did you get any other 10s in that? No? Okay, that's good. Perfect. So, what happens in this situation is that you make your voice loud and proud as you kind of like shout out as it echoes through the Scottsdale Fashion Square. Despite the alarms, it is still heard from this woman in yellow and purple who's about to enter a sort of like Claire's, despite staff being like, oh, I'm so sorry, we have to leave because of the fire alarm, like we have to exit and all that kind of stuff. And sure enough, Diana, you look over and you can see that there are technically 4 women that are heading over to you with purpose, it seems like, with intent. You've never really seen them before. Actually, sorry, you have seen one of them, which is Ivy Collins, which is a well-known therapist. And do you feel like Diana would have had therapy as a vampire?
No.
Okay. Then yeah.
Absolutely not.
Perfect. Okay.
You just
I'm
have
gonna-
her card
But
in your wallet.
she does go on social media a lot, so maybe.
You do know that Ivy Collins is a
Yeah.
well-known therapist for both vampires as well as humans and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Do I pick up on them like being visibly distressed, or I just see people walking towards me?
They seem moderately like they're walking with you with purpose, and they seem a little bit stressed out. Aaron?
What I'm gonna do to like solidify what I'm doing, the whole act and the scene, I'm going to run towards Diana and like give her like with open arms. No, not anything terrifying, not anything threatening. Yeah, just like head first. No.
Yeah.
Just more like about to give you a hug. Like a friend hasn't seen you in like years.
Gotcha.
like that kind of running, right? And she's
And
running
you're-
towards you, and she just kind of gives you a massive hug, and she goes, "Oh my god, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Hi."
First off, Diana, what do you do in response? Because as a Torador, you love aesthetically pleasing, like people, fashion, colors, and all that kind of stuff. And Aaron, I don't believe, is fashion like conscious, right? Yeah, like probably cargo pants and like
Yep.
yeah,
The clunkiest of backpacks. Yeah.
Jinko jeans. Yeah.
Jinko cheese.
Yeah, you see Diana's face go from her visibly bored and kind of annoyed face of like, oh, I'm shopping, and what do you mean that there's a fire alarm? To just almost instantly a very like, admittedly kind of fake smile, like, oh my gosh, are you a fan? Can I help you?
And as I'm like hugging you, as of like, because my back is to the SI, I'm assuming, right?
Yes. So
Yes.
behind Diana Blake, now approaching probably about like 10 feet away, are two SI figures. They don't have like rifles, but there is one. They do have like a sidearm that they are kind of like gesturing towards. The other, in one of their hands, seems to be a like white temperature reader sort of thing. That you know that a lot of SI kind of like register to see who are vampires and who are humans based upon their body temperature. As vampires, you are able, or kindred, you are able to have the blush of life by using a rouse check to try to bring yourself have body temperature and to make yourself more flush and all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. But these SI
So are
members,
they behind me or are they in front of me?
they
The
are technically in front of you and behind Diana, as they've been
Mhm.
like trailing her, and one of them goes like, "I am so sorry to interrupt, but we're going to need to check just a really quick to make sure there's no like vampires in the areas. Could you please like bring your could we please see your forehead really quick?" And as they
Could I have said something before they were? I was gonna say something before they arrived to us, or can I not?
go for it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So before they walked straight up to us, I'm going to whisper in Diana's ear as I'm like obviously pretending to smile and like friendly banter and that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you're in danger. There's people coming. We're both vampires, so try and get warmer.
And perfect. So our client did definitely bring up a good point that there were unused rerolls last episode. So I can't remember how many there were. So we're just gonna say you guys have a pool of 3. Yeah. So that means that there's a pool that you guys all share, and there's only 3 rerolls in there. So that way, if you need it, you pull from the pool, just roll it, and then like it gets used up and all that. So thank you, our client, for remembering that. So you have this information, Diana, whether you want to like use it or not. But sure enough, you hear the sounds of the heavy boots as you kind of look over and you see there's 2 members of them. One of them is like has listening to something on their headset while eyeing you guys intently, and the other one has their like temperature reader essentially. And yeah, like please step forward really quick. We're just gonna check everyone just to make sure there's no like vampires in the area.
And what exactly what skills would be the
Blush of life?
The blush of life.
It's
yeah.
just going to be a rouse check. So rouse checks
Okay.
have the possibility of giving you more hunger. So what you're going to do is if you would like to activate the blush of life, if any of you would like to, you're going to roll a d10, and if it's a 6 or above, it's going to work regardless. But if it's a 6 or above, you don't take any more hunger. If it's a 5 or below, then you're going to add 1 extra hunger to your hunger tracker. Yeah.
In that case, Dana will just stroll outright on forward and be like, by all means, go ahead. I have nothing to hide. And she will do that, and we'll see how that works.
Okay, go to roll.
And you said if it's a
6 or above, it's a success, and you don't take any hunger. If it's a 5 or
Okay.
below, you'll take 1 extra hunger. The ability will still work, regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, so she got an 8, so it's a
8,
success.
perfect. Yeah. So you succeed as you feel your body immediately like rapidly get warmer and everything. And Ivy, are you gonna do anything?
So I'm probably still back with
Juniper?
Juniper. Thank you. My brain just did not.
No, you're good. You're fine.
I'm probably still back with Juniper, and honestly, I'm like back there, like looking around and counting on my fingers because I'm mid-anxiety attack and I'm trying to like center myself. So I have
Yep.
no idea what's going on right now.
Oh, you have
because
heightened senses.
my heightened senses are super high,
Yes.
and I failed the check through the crowd,
Yeah.
and this fire alarm's still going off. So I'm like 10 things I can see, 9 things that I can feel, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm like going through the therapy moves.
So
like,
yeah.
I'm
as
not
you
paying
are
attention.
in this sort of like mid panic attack or like trying to come down from one, you do take in multiple scenes as other second Inquisition members are on the bottom floor, taking everyone's temperatures, and you see them try to take someone's temperature and they're refusing. They're outright refusing. And you're seeing fangs begin to bear, and there seems to be other kindred down there that have been exposed, and things are not looking too good. But upstairs here, you're away from that. As Aaron, you activated Blush of Life, and then same with you, Diana, right? And then perfect. So they go like, "I'm so sorry to take up your time." As he like checks temperature, reads good. Checks temperature, reads great, and then he's gonna go to Juniper and sort of Ivy when the other guy, the second one, puts a hand on his sort of arm and goes like, "Wait, that seems to be someone we're supposed to like take in or whatever." And they're like, "Oh," and before anything else sort of happens, you hear the sounds of commotion downstairs as you look over and see kindred begin to bare their fangs and fight against stuff. And immediately they're like, "Oh shit!" As they like they look to you guys, seeming like they want to do something, but then decide to like go and help their the other security guards by like heading downstairs and everything. So for this moment, you guys are fine. Near you is a Hot Topic and a Claire's if you want to shop. And then there's also another exit leading to a fire escape, as well as another elevator leading down to the ground floor, where there is a van parked out there that's going to escort you back out. So yeah, for this moment, you guys are alone and together. What would you like to say or do?
Do we know if the fire escape leads to the van as well?
It'll lead you to the ground floor, which will lead you outside of the mall, but it won't lead you directly to where you guys parked or whatever. Although you could probably
Okay.
radio in to, yeah.
Okay. So we're okay now. Okay.
Just back there.
What's Ivy doing? Okay, here.
Panic attack. Yep.
Yeah.
We're trying to come down from one.
I'm gonna walk over to you and kind of give you like a gentle hug, like a very gentle hug.
My whole body stiffens for a second, and then you feel everything just sort of like relax. I'm like, I can hear everything. We should leave if we can, please.
Yes, we will go down the fire escape. We'll
Especially
come
as you hear bullets
go.
begin to fire, and people
go.
scream, yeah, left, right, and center.
So for full disclosure, with heightened senses, I have to try and dampen the scent. Like I'm already in a panic attack, but
Yeah.
I feel like since it's still going, and it gets louder with gunfire, do you want me to roll a wits and
go for it.
resolve to see if I fail? Like I just don't want to cheat.
No, go for it. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I just feel like she's very
You're like, all right, time to turn it off.
yeah, she's like trying to dampen her senses. She's like, okay, it's getting louder. Let's see. So that is no, I failed. I succeeded on my hunger die with a 9, and I succeeded on one of my other die, but the other 2 are failures. So I have a -3 to any perception-based rolls for the rest of this scene. So
That's
I'm
fine.
just like,
Juniper will help you out. Be like, like I have a great herbal tea recipe that we should try, a blood tea recipe that we should try when we get back, and
that sounds great.
that'll
That
help
sounds
you out.
lovely.
So
Thank you.
meanwhile, Diana, you've never seen these people. You don't know what's going on. You know that you were sent here by the Black Thorns for whatever reason, just to pick up a purse, and that's it. And to walk around the mall, do your shopping, and then to leave. And then they'll contact you later and everything. And yeah, apparently these people say they're kindred, but you're unsure. And yeah, what would you like to... How do you feel about the situation?
One, I'm still immediately suspicious. So Diana will attempt to use see the unseen to honestly just perceive if there's like any extra abilities that are being used around this area, because clearly there's something up with these individuals compared to the people downstairs.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so that is whips or resolve in aspects. So let me flip
Yeah.
through.
So wits or resolve, whichever's the highest one for you, and then you're going to use
Okay.
aspects.
Cool. Do this thing. 1, 2, 3.
And for this one, you're going to need a two to succeed.
Cool. I got 3 succeeding.
Perfect. Okay. So with 3 successes, what happens is that you kind of gather information from the area. You can look around and sort of see that Ivy, Aaron, and this other woman definitely seem to be kindred. They're using abilities to like, or at least Aaron is to make life flow through her sort of veins, put her body temperature up. You can also see there's Nosferatu sort of in the area that are invisible currently, sophisticated. That are kind of like looking around things, talking walkie-talkies, kind of getting out of the area, especially as chaos begins to erupt and gunfire is going on. Yeah, that's kind of what you can take in at this moment. And Ivy, you can also hear the sounds of walkie-talkies begin to click down where the nearest exit is by the staircase. And it seems like there are more second Inquisition members like down there that are kind of undecided of where they should go or what they should do.
So Diana will turn to all four,
Yeah.
four. All 4 of the people across from her and like, well, new friends, shouldn't we leave now?
Yeah.
Yes.
We should go. We should go. Yes.
Yes, we
And I
should
point
go.
towards the fire escape and say, Ivy, you coming? Juniper?
Yep. Lots of guns. Let's go.
And I kind of like take your hand to hold your hand and we just run along.
Perfect.
So
And Diana's
tight
already gone,
We're good?
not
Yeah,
checking behind.
So as you 5 are making your way down the actual like mall, you turn a corner to find yourself at the like down another hall where there is a the doors to the actual fire escape, the staircase, and everything. However, also down there are 2 second Inquisition members who you hear the sounds of their walkie-talkie sort of chime and be like, it is a woman in yellow and purple. She must be stopped, at all costs, and like apprehend her, use force if needed, and all that kind of stuff. And they're like looking to the walkie-talkie and be like, shit, like there's stuff going down there, like we gotta go help. And then immediately as that continues, like once again, yellow and purple is what this woman is wearing and everything. There you guys are at the end of this hallway as they look to each other and they immediately draw their sidearms, and they're like, "Don't move!" as they're looking to you guys.
Can I use cloud memory?
You can try. It's only on a single target, so you have to choose the left one or the right one.
Do I know anyone else in my party that can do that? Or was it
You-
just me?
You don't. Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. What can I do? I'm just trying to think. Hold on. I'm just gonna say it as a question out loud. Just so very loud enough so our group can hear it,
Mhm.
but quiet enough so that they can't hear it. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say cloud memory, and then I'm gonna go use it on one of them.
Perfect. Okay, so what would you so go ahead and roll, because I think cloud memory you have to do a rousing check maybe.
Possibly. I can't remember.
Cloud memory's free.
Oh, it's free. Okay, good.
It's not a rouse check. I'm looking at it right now. Sorry.
Okay, good. So it is free. I think there are limitations to it though. So you're not gonna get off scot-free unless you have something else that's crazy.
And when Erin is doing that, then Diana would like to try attempt awe. Like she'll see that something will be happening and then try to do the other person.
Okay, perfect. So, Aaron, you're gonna go ahead and roll for your cloud memory.
What do I roll?
It is going to be, what is the page number on that?
256.
256. Okay, so I can pull that up really quick. So 256 is cloud memory free. You're gonna use either your charisma or your
Mhm.
dominate. Or sorry, charisma and your dominate is what you're gonna use against their
Okay.
wits and resolve. So
Okay.
success, failure. Okay, you need to beat a 3.
Oh God. Right. Okay. Can I use a reroll, please, from the pool?
Go for it. That's fine. Yeah.
So that's 1 reroll per dice, right?
That is 1 die reroll. So
Okay.
yeah, 1.
Okay. That's fine. So close, so close, so close, so close. Yes! Right. Okay. So I got 2 7s, an 8, and a 6.
Okay. And was one of those your like hunger die?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The hunger die was a 6. Yeah.
That works perfect. So you're able to do it as you kind of look immediately over to someone and you kind of like make them sort of like forget a little bit as they're like, what were we looking for? And then meanwhile, Diana, you look over to the other one and then you're using awe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And awe is...
It's on 267, and
267.
it's my manipulation and presence versus their composure and intelligence.
Got it. Okay. All right. And go ahead and roll. Failure. Oof. All right, they got 2 successes.
Cool. I got 3, and then one of them was a 10, so that's a critical success, yes?
So how crits work is that there has to be 2 10s, and then that makes a
Okay.
result of, yeah.
Okay, so then this 3. Period.
Perfect. So you're able to succeed. So for Erin, she looks over and immediately uses her vampiric abilities to make one of the guards forget about what there was going on. And then Diana, you use your awe and explain to me how you, what do you do? Yeah.
So when she uses his ability, she kind of activates something inside of her that makes people drawn, especially mortals, drawn to her, but also really prone to believing and just interacting.
Yeah.
Basically bending their will of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, she's using it and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you're here. There's been lots of gunfire and screaming and I'm really, really scared. And I don't know, like, what if the vampires, are they out there? Did you see some?
So this guard kind of looks like dumbfounded as she looks to her partner, who he is like, what am I doing here? Like, what were we here for? And she's just like, get it together, as like your awe activates and you see her eyes like sort of dilate and she goes, we're supposed to stop you, but... And she looks over to the 5 of you guys as she's unsure as like if all of you guys are kindred, and then looks over to her partner who's obviously not going to help and goes like, I didn't see you guys, just leave and get out of here, as she like pulls her partner over to the side to force him to like kind of look away, and she lets you sort of pass. Do you go to the staircase?
Yeah.
As that's happening, as we're walking, I'm gonna like take off my jumper and keep my shirt on underneath, but take my jumper off and just put it on Diana.
Okay, perfect.
So she no longer has purple or yellow top, but a grey jumper instead.
Okay, good. And then do you allow it to happen, or...
Yeah.
Begrudgingly, yes, but visibly uncomfortable.
Perfect.
Very uncomfortable.
You're like, this is
I
not...
understand it's drab, but now is not the time for fashion.
This
Let's
is
go.
not in this season. Yeah. So, you guys make your way down the staircase, as there's a clatter of not just your footsteps, but other people's footsteps as well, as a lot of other people are using the staircase to get out. And you find yourself in the ground floor and finally see the double doors as people are allowing them to sort of exit. As you make your way to the parking lot, you don't really breathe, but there's fresh air on your cold, dead skin and all that kind of stuff. And sure enough, you guys are outside and you hear your walkie-talkies click and be like, we're seeing a lot of activity and a lot of people like leaving the mall. Did something happen in there? Like, what's going on? To Ivy and Aaron and Juniper. Who would like to respond?
Gunfire and temperature checks. Please pick us up. That's
Okay.
all that comes through.
that works. As they're like, what? I mean, okay. And you see them drive around, and sure enough, you guys find their huge black van, and you guys
Like,
yeah, pick me
you
up, mom.
know.
I'm scared. And then,
Mom,
so you pile in, and
help us save Grandma.
again, Diana, your car is like way fancier than this. And but you get in, and you're able to like ride with them. And you have a lot of questions, not a lot of answers right now. Is there anything that you'd like to say to them and this crew as you see that there's one person in the driver's seat and another person in the like passenger seat along with?
Immediately as we are rolling, the jumper's coming off.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair.
and as she's taking it off, she's just like, so, how exactly did you find me? Was that you? And I need answers here. Start talking. Somebody needs to start talking right now.
You know who the SI right? Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so they're hunting you for some reason. And I got told by one of the invisible dudes, the Nosferatu, and they told me that you were in trouble. So we came to help with the resistance-ish, kind of. But yeah.
No, you don't understand. I was also sent here on an assignment. I'm not supposed. No one was supposed to know that I was here.
There's a mole in the resistance.
And the driver and the passenger kind of look concerned as they're like, whoa, hold on, wait, there's we know there's a mole, but like you're with someone else. Like, who are you? What group are you with?
What group are you with?
And they're like, we're with the true anarchs. As you definitely see their paraphernalia, and they definitely have the symbol of the true anarchs and everything. The quote unquote true anarchs, yeah. And you are affiliated with the Black Thorns, which is a sort of rival group that's a little bit more aggressive when it comes to getting things done, but still, an anarch group, yeah.
I should have known. I'm with the Black Thorns.
And they're like, oh, the Black Thorns. And then they're like, whoa. And then they're like, all right, well, I mean, was there anyone else that was supposed to work with you, or are you good?
Not to my knowledge, no. It's supposed to be a very, admittedly, very easy mission.
And I'm like, all right. And they let you guys continue your sort of conversation. And right now in front of you, you do see Ivy Collins, who is the scene has ended. So you're back to normal for your
Cool.
your stuff as you're calming down. You see the lights and the helicopters begin to pass you guys by, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm like smoothing out my t-shirt and like readjusting my glasses, fixing my hair.
Well, I do suppose some things are in order, so I appreciate you all helping me out, but I must be getting going after you get to your destination.
That was like exclusively Aaron. So Aaron, truly, thank you so much for saving all of our asses back there. It was great job.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing. And I'll get like really awkward again, like socially awkward, because the crisis is over. So she no longer has any social skills ever again. And
they're all gone.
Yeah. And
Emergency
as she like shuts down, she turns around and like digs into her bag again, like her massive clunky bag, and will bring out her little robot buddy, and just sit there with the robot buddy, just stroking it as it comes to life. And with like one arm.
Last time I said it was a Roomba that's been modified,
Yes.
so yeah, it still has that arm. So
It's like a little floating Roomba, but like
There you
has
go.
like an arm.
yeah.
So the Black Thorns.
Yes.
What? So admittedly, I'm new to this resistance thing. What is that?
I would say we are similar to you, true anarchs, but sometimes you need a little bit more forward action.
Yes.
So we kind of tend to get things done a little bit more.
And you guys know that in the early, like probably a few months ago, when everything started to really unravel with your guys' society and the masquerade began to fall apart and everything, that that the Blackthorns were one of the first groups to openly wage war and fight against the Second Inquisition, like in the streets, and whatever they can, which kind of inspired other anarch groups to fight as well and everything. So, meanwhile, the true anarchs kind of laid low and tried to just help keep a peaceful existence, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I've always admired your work from afar. You did tend to get things done quite well. Where do you have to go? Perhaps we could join forces and be more successful together.
And really quick, for my knowledge, is Diana also a model in today's era? Or okay, so she is well known.
Instagram model, TikTok
influencer, yeah.
Internet
I
micro
love
celebrity.
Perfect, yeah. So I'm sorry if any of you feel. I guess if you have at least 1 point in technology, you would probably recognize Diana. Yeah.
I follow you on Instagram, actually. You are inspiring.
Thank you. But yes, I assume that there would probably not be any more assignments, but I was just told to stay put after I did my task, but this news of the mole is very worrying. I'm not sure if my apartment's safe. If it was an Airbnb or something.
Airbnb. We do have a somewhat safe house.
Speaking of that, you pull into the parking lot of Waterbed City, the safe house of the true anarchs. As you see that in the first floor is a shitty waterbed store that you never thought would exist in 2021, but sure enough it's here. Through multiple recessions it survived, and you guys park in the back. You unload as the back door sort of opens. As you can see, there's more true anarch members that are have you guys rush in, and they're like, what happened over there? They're hurt, it's all over the news. There's gunfire and Kindred are fighting against everyone. As they you all make your way in, as there's a whole everyone's all battle stations essentially. As they're reviewing everything, they're calling all their contacts and everything, and you're watching the feed on TV as you see anarchs you see Kindred using their vampiric abilities in broad moonlight, fighting against the Second Inquisition. Granted, they're not going to succeed because they're outnumbered, but it's a whole big old deal. And they're like, you guys were just supposed to scout. What happened? As they kind of, you see, not Uhuru himself, who's the leader of the true anarchs, but another, captain, essentially. Have you guys, yeah.
I'll get, my robot buddy, who is now called Steve, apparently.
Okay, Steve, yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, Steve. Steve, and Steve kind of lifts his little robot, it's like a claw machine claw,
Yeah.
Those, yeah, and just kind of points towards Diana.
Perfect. So points, and they're and a lot of them are like, oh my god, is that Diana Blake? I follow her on TikTok. And then as all eyes fall upon you, and they're like, what are you, we're honored that you would come to our Waterbed City in the middle of the night, but why? As they're all weirded out.
It seems that we have a mutual problem. Whoever is a mole within this organization is also interfered with Blackthorn intel as well. I was compromised as well as these individuals here.
As they're like, oh, that's Blackthorns. As they kind of all talk amongst themselves, and they're like, oh my gosh. So they let you they walk you in and everything like that, and meanwhile your cell phone is kind of like ringing, and it's your Blackthorn allies and everything that are sort of calling you right now, and they're like, well, take a seat. If you need us to call Blackthorns or whatever, you can do so, to let them know you're fine. We're just I can't believe this happened. Did you guys gather any information? As they sit down, Aaron and Juniper and Ivy and all that kind of stuff. So really quick, Diana, would you like to answer the cell phone call that you're getting from your contacts?
Yes.
Sure. So you pull out your cell phone, you whip out your AirPods and you plug it, you put them in, and you press play essentially, and or you answer the call, and you hit the voice of Grim, which is the leader of the Black Thorns. And he goes like, Diana, are you all right? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm alive. I will be contacting you from another device later. Be careful, and then I'll just end it there.
Okay, and then yeah, so you'll end it there, and you return back to the conversation where you see some of the other members that are around. We'll say Aaron at this moment, as and they're like, so did you gather any information? Like what what happened?
My old professor back at my university, Lawrence Beckett, is working with the SI on something suspicious. May I add. He had a briefcase. He was late to a meeting. Through those doors we were scouting out with the SI.
And they're like okay, and they're like, oh man, okay, all right. So they're sort of going through everything and sitting you down to have you talk about more sort of information. The other thing that you gathered from that scene was that there was a person from the last meeting that you guys had that was actually went through the doors.
Yes.
There. You never got his name while in the meeting because he was just another person in the room. But you definitely remember his face. He was wearing oh my god, what is that brand called? Steve Hardy or something like that.
Steve Madden? Is it Steve Madden?
Ed
Or
Hardy?
Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy. Yeah.
I was
Ed
like,
Hardy.
is it nice or is it like kind of?
It's a lot
Ed
for sure.
Hardy.
It's definitely an Ed Hardy hat, and then that's like you can't
The
mistake.
rhinestones.
Yep, exactly. So you do remember that figure that was there, that was like walking into this Second Inquisition and seemed to have been welcomed into there, and was very eager to share sort of information with no fear at all. You don't spot him here at this moment, but yeah, that's the other piece of information that you had sort of gathered.
I'm gonna share it
Okay.
with the peoples.
Oh, that's right. The loser in the Ed Hardy hat. Ugh, who wears that in 2021? I didn't even know they were still existing.
Who wore it ever? Really?
Well, a lot of people. It's,
And then I'm just
who-
like, you watch me fidget with my bag, pushing a t-shirt in there.
I know, like
I
an
know.
Ed Hardy, like yeah,
no.
like that's all I wear.
I don't like rhinestones on my jean pockets. And koi fish prints on my shirts.
Sick.
Who knows the Ed Hardy guy?
And they're like, you mean Jacob? And they kind of look to each other and they're like, what's wrong with him? And
That's him.
they're like, what do you mean? And at that moment, through the actual doors, walks through Jacob along with four other people, all in Ed Hardy gear, and they're like, like walking down, and they're like, did you guys see the news? It's crazy, right? And he kind of just like sits down, like, just takes a seat casually with you guys and be like,
Can I punch
Man,
him
you-
in the face?
he's like, man, you guys fucked up, as he takes his vape out and like
Oh my God,
I just
what
want
a
to
douche.
jack him in the face. Can I just like, God,
yeah.
lock him?
Does
And
his face look familiar though? Is his face the exact same face?
exactly, yep, exactly.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't stop you from decking him, to be honest.
Perfect. So, you mentioned Jacob, but you didn't mention what he did or that you saw him at all. So they're like, "What about Jacob?"
And then I punch him before I explain myself.
If you'd like to, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I immediately, like, as soon as he comes in and sits down and goes, "Oh man, you guys fucked up," I'm just gonna turn to him and like I'm riding the high of the anxiety attack still, and I'm just like, ah, and I
So
let my rage out a
you
little
can do
bit.
your strength or your dexterity, and then athletics or brawl, unless there's some other ability that you feel is good.
No, it's just strength. I don't have athletics or brawl, so it's just me. And my
Oh,
hunger
okay,
die.
okay, yeah,
It's probably not gonna succeed. It'll be fine though. It's worth
Yeah.
a shot.
yeah.
Oh my god, I got 2 successes on my 2
That's
dice.
fine. He doesn't even expect it. He has such a swagger of confidence that he like questions nothing as he sits down in his chair, and you go up to him and then you just like pop him, and let me see here.
I break my nail when I pop him in the face.
That's a failure. That's a failure, and that is a success. So you do succeed. So, yeah. So he is like, "Can I help you?" And then like, he just pop him, and then he's on the ground. Like his
So,
Ed Hardy hat falls on the ground, and he like scrambles to like pick it back up and put it
I'm
on.
gonna step
Aaron?
on him.
as I see that happen, I kind of immediately look up from like my tinkering and stuff. And I turn to the second in command immediately, or whoever is like the highest.
Yeah.
At the moment, ranked, and I'll say, he's the monk, by the way, just in case you didn't get that. And I'll just turn back to what I was doing, like with my like sigils and like technology and fiddling around and
So,
stuff.
as you do that, the room goes silent as they look to you and they look to them, and then he was like, "That's a very serious accusation that you just like made, like." And then the guy is like, "You what? Like this is ridiculous. You guys have known me forever. Like, what proof do you even have that like you know?"
I
And
would like
he
to scry the soul.
as he gets up and then kind of like scrambles and looks extremely like offended, distressed, as everyone's all like, "Whoa," you know, and yeah.
Alright, let me see. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Before Ivy does that, does he give any? Can I look and see if he's like any visible body language that like sus?
Sure. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and roll your we're gonna say wits for this
Okay.
one. So it's gonna be wits, and it's either gonna be awareness or insight to pick up that information.
I. They're the same thing. Cool.
And you're gonna need a 2 to succeed.
Cool. I got no succeed.
No succeed? Okay.
Reroll!
So
reroll!
Oh, okay. I'm gonna reroll.
if you
one.
want to, yeah.
I think that would be cool to know. But oh wait, but you said it's 2.
Yeah, you need 2 to succeed. So what you can do is you can take a willpower point, and then you can go ahead and then you can re-roll both of them.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Bum bum bum. Boop boop boop. Yeah, those are passes. So
Okay,
I got
perfect.
2.
So you
Yeah.
succeed. So everyone's freaking out in this room. The air is filled with tension now as people are like motioning towards their sort of weapons. And then he also is like reaching for sort of his, and is like everyone's super stressed out. You're reading his body language and you seeing him like his eyes are darting around the room, kind of assessing whether or not like what the people are going to do. But he seems extremely stressed, which is reasonable for someone being told that they're a spy, but also he's like cracking essentially. So he's under distress, but you're not sure if he's the mole or not. And then they look to you and be like, "What proof do you have that he's the mole?"
Are they looking to Diana?
No, sorry. He's looking to Aaron, who made the
Oh.
accusation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
So
oh.
I said nothing. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Can I try and use my incredible intelligence to almost outmaneuver this guy? So I'm gonna try and get him to admit the name of my professor that he wouldn't know unless he's met him.
It's up to you. So you can go ahead and try to do charisma or manipulation. Probably manipulation in this one. So
Okay.
it would be
Okay.
manipulation, and then intimidation, persuasion, or subterfuge would be the 3 main ones.
I'm gonna take my persuasion.
Okay, go for it.
Because that's 6, and I like 6. Okay, what I got?
Okay,
That's
you got
a 10.
2 successes.
He got 2.
Yeah, he got 2.
Yeah, okay. I got a 10, a 7, a 6, 2 1s and a 2.
Okay, this is 2 1s and a 2. Okay, and what was your hunger die?
The 1.
1. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, and you beat it, right, or made it?
I got 3. Yeah.
3, got it.
3
Perfect.
successes.
So, what happens is that you are chatting with him, and what are you saying to him essentially?
I say, Did you check out that pretzel place, by the way? They're very, very good, actually. I think I saw a gentleman get, which one was it? Was it the hot dog one? I can't remember. He was wearing a very smart blazer, and like, he was quite short, stout. He was a pretty cool guy. He seemed very smart. He had a briefcase, I think. He's walking towards the double doors. Do you know who that is?
And he's like sort of you don't breathe obviously, but his chest is rising. Maybe it's out of an old school sort of like mindset of that's what happens when you sort of panic. And he goes like he starts to rattle through his mind, and he goes like, so what are you trying to say, that you saw me at a mall? And then he goes like, I didn't go to any mall. And then one of the other guys from his like side is like, yeah, you did. You told me that you had to go to the mall tonight. And then he's like, and he just kind of loses it and immediately books it as he just runs for the door. Before he does so, though, he drops something on the ground that seems to be it looks like a pineapple of some sort. And yeah, as you kind of look over, you definitely can tell that's like a flashbang grenade. And as it like pops and explodes. So I'm gonna need you guys really quick to make a dexterity and survival check. Or
It's punk.
yeah, or you can do a no, I think it'll either be dexterity or resolve. I'm gonna say are the two. Dexterity or resolve, and then survival.
Oh no.
Oof.
Oof, big oof.
Ooh, oh,
And we're gonna see.
one
You got one success? Okay. That's 10. Wow. All right. Well.
Do we have any more rerolls?
You can spend a willpower point to
didn't-
reroll 3, up to 3.
Okay. I only
yeah,
have two
I didn't
dice.
use I'll use my willpower, not like the roll pool.
Okay. Yeah.
I cannot find resolve on my sheet.
You can't find
just
what?
kidding. I found it.
Okay,
Never
right,
mind.
good.
It doesn't matter.
I am going to use my willpower as well. Fuck
Go for it.
That is so much worse! Right, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Also
Boy.
using a willpower.
No worries. So, did anyone succeed?
No.
Which, obviously, you guys aren't like battle trained warriors. You're literally a TikTok influencer, a scientist, a therapist, and a crystal lady. So,
So, question.
Mhm.
If I crit success on my hunger die, but then I crit failed on my other die, and I only have the 2 dice, so those just cancel it. There's no, it just failed, right?
no. So what happens is that if you get a 1 on your hunger die, and it was a failure of a roll, you get a bestial failure, meaning that you freak out and your vampiric abilities like emerge, and where you break the masquerade. If you
Okay.
succeed, which you only needed a 1 to succeed, if you succeed and your hunger die is a 10, you have a bestial crit essentially. So I'm assuming that's what you have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what happens is that you go into rage mode as everyone else here like gets blinded by the flashbang, and you hear people move and things shuffle as they're like rushing to get him. You're the first one on the scene as you're controlling character. I was gonna say you make your way like are chasing him,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'll let you. Oh, you're gonna do it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
you're chasing him as you make your way upstairs through the like show floor of the waterbeds, nice waterbeds, and then you make your way out of the storefront to see him running full blast down the street. And sure enough, there is also 2 SUVs that are pulling up that are getting out, and you see Blackthorn members that are kind of like just looking at the guy like run unnaturally fast, and then sees you. And yeah, is there anything you'd like to say, or would you just like to chase the other dude?
I think that in my bestial rage, I would just be like, "Fucking kill him!" And then I'm just like demon speeding down the road, like my veins are popping out of my face.
Perfect. And you're a Malkavian, right?
I am a Malkavian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
you're
God,
probably
yeah.
Terminator.
So,
So you're
I
probably
am like, yeah, like I'm like full Terminator, like just tiny person in heels, just fucking
and in
booking it.
heels. Yeah, exactly. So it's like click, 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 click. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
my PTSD is kicked in. I see nothing but rage and like this person, and I'm just like death zone. I will, if I get my hands on him, I will do my best to kill him, and that's just
Perfect.
where we're at with
So
that.
you're the closest one to him. Really quick, we're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break. That way everyone can drink, use bio break or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. Please remember, if you are interested in winning, getting a chance to win a D20 from Umbral Oculus Dice, put in Diana in all caps into chat. That way you can be entered to win. And we'll be back very soon. So BRB.
Bye.
Welcome back, everyone, to this tonight's episode of Phoenix by Night. Yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and have reset the room to have everyone reintroduce themselves and where they can be found online. Starting with, let's go with the birthday girl, Jade Valkyrie.
Hey everyone, I'm Jade Valkyrie. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm now 23. Woo! Pandemic birthdays. But you can find me most places, Jade Valkyrie, just straight up, and then on Twitch, Jade Valkyrie with a 3, and I'm playing Diana Blake, who is a Torador, internet micro celebrity. So we're getting
TikTok influencer. Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok influencer. She does the dances and everything. Who is very rainbow colored, locks, very gaudy looking, lanky gal, but she's very colorful and she loves it. So that's where she is right now.
Perfect. And then going over to Pawn Plays.
Hi, I'm Pond Plays. I am playing Ivy Collins, a therapist to the Kindred. I just want everyone to be okay in their afterlife, you know. And I'm just trying to follow the plot. Currently, I'm chasing after a bad guy, just on a full sprint.
You do see on his name tag says bad guy. It's like
All it says is just
Ed Hardy is what it really says.
his Ed Hardy shirt just says bad guy on
Yep.
it, and it's got like a weird picture.
I'm sure that
of Billie
there was an
Eilish.
Ed Hardy shirt that says
I'm
bad guy.
sure, yeah.
Sure.
And then going over to Rising Valkyrie.
Hello, I'm Jess. You can find me at Rising Valkyrie on Instagram and at Rising Valkyrie J on Twitter, which I don't really use, so have fun. You can find a VOD of me that was on Dollar Store DM's channel for last Saturday, and yeah, I'm here chilling every other Wednesday playing Tia as a queen, Queen Eclipse, and here every other Saturday for Erin. So yeah, and today I'm playing Erin, obviously. The right episode, right? This episode, yes. Yeah, I'm playing Erin. So she's pretty cool. She's chill, socially awkward as always, with a little robot.
Yeah. And my name is D'Angelo Murillo. Welcome to my channel. This is Phoenix by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade series that takes place in a very sort of dystopian, at least for Kindred and werewolves and witches, world where the Second Inquisition is fully public and fully supported by the government and the people, and they're raiding different facilities, trying to take all the Kindred down. There's a small but passionate force of Kindred that is trying to fight back against the Inquisition to get Kindred out of the area and out of harm's way, and people who are trying to actively fight for territories, fight for rights for Kindred, and all that kind of stuff against all of this sort of chaos and all that. So right now, two things are happening. One, Diana Blake, Juniper, and Erin are downstairs with everyone else as the effects of the flashbang begin to die down, and you guys are able to see more clearly as multiple members get weapons and rush upstairs, where you guys see there are two fully packed black SUVs, and out of it comes other Kindred with Blackthorn paraphernalia, and they're like, they immediately see Diana, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" As they're like just freaking out, and they're slightly raising their weapons to each other just out of shock, and they're like, you know, are they holding you captive? Like, what is going on here? As
Whoa. Slow down your roll, y'all. Like, they are the ones who helped me out, but did you have a mole here? Like, and then I'm trying to, like, I basically just twirl around. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, over there. They seem to have a mole, so we should, do our thing. And I point to probably the closest person, and it's like, spare sidearm you have.
And one of them hands you over like a 9mm essentially.
Okay.
And you see some like a small group led by one of the like essentially the second in command, and she goes like, we'll go and chase after her, you guys deal with this, as she takes a few of her soldiers and heads over to follow Ivy, who's like down the street booking it, as you see this the guy you're chasing, Jacob, has turned a corner going into like a suburbs, like a neighborhood in essentially. And it is Phoenix, Arizona, and not New York City or Chicago or anything like that. So these are like low to the ground, wide open areas and everything. So they're all dealing with this sort of chaos. And we're gonna go over to Ivy. So you are in full pursuit of this person who, like, your eyes are red, your fangs are bared, and you're just going full blown with your abnormal strength and speed towards Jacob, who sees you and is unable to like out sort of run you. He pulls out his gun and tries to actually like fire at you, as he like stops full blown into the street and just like both hands on his gun, and then tries to pop at you. So he's gonna shoot at you, so you're gonna have to try to defend by using your dexterity and athletics essentially, unless you have celerity. You can try that. And he's only using a handgun, which is not really gonna hurt a vampire too much.
Yeah, I just have dexterity, so.
Wow, I lied. Jacob is packing. All right. So he got 5 successes.
I couldn't beat that even if I succeeded on all my die. So,
Okay.
So I did succeed on my hunger die, so we're good there.
That's good. So he turns around and like Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid, apparently he like swishes his gun back and forth and flips it, and then he ends up shooting you. So you're going to take 3 points of superficial damage. Now the difference for you guys is on your health bar. You're going to see the amount of health that you have, and there is aggravated and superficial. So this bullet did superficial damage, which is only 3 points of superficial. When your bar completely fills up with superficial damage, that's when it turns into aggravated, which means you're seriously wounded. It's going to take multiple days, a lot of blood in order for you to heal and all that kind of stuff. But this situation, it just slows you down slightly. Maybe he shoots you in the a leg a couple times, and it causes you to like, limp a bit, and your body is not working properly. But it doesn't really like hurt you super bad.
Okay.
So now it is your turn to retaliate if you'd like to, or chase him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to just like use my full body weight to just tackle him to the ground.
Okay.
Like, just, is it just a strength?
Strength, athletics, or brawl, whichever you feel is more appropriate. If you have potence or whatever, and you want to use one of those things, you could do that as well.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I literally just have 2 dice to try and do my best with this.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I got 2 9s.
2 9s? Okay. So you got 2 successes. He also gets 2 successes. So what happens is that you guys throw your body into him, and he tries to fire a couple more times but misses you, as you like tackle him to the ground now, and you guys are like scrambling on top of each other essentially. And meanwhile, back with everyone else, you guys can hear in the distance shots being fired, and although the Blackthorns let a group go, they send one of their soldiers to be like, all right, you guys go and help out if you need to, but like, we need to talk about this. Like, Diana, do you have the purse you were sent to like pick up? Like, it's really important. Please tell me that you have that purse.
Does she have the purse?
You do? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Diana just hands it over. As
Perfect.
promised. Did I ever fail you?
And Graham looks to you and he goes like, no, you are one of our best like soldiers. And he looks over now to Uhuru. So Uhuru is the leader of the true anarchs, and goes like, we need to talk. Whatever's going on here, it's like more important than that. Like we seriously need to go down there and like chat about this. And he goes like, all right. So a group of you guys go down now. Aaron, and Diana, you can choose to go and assist Ivy if you'd like, or to understand what's going on down here. Whatever you like to do. I'm sure Ivy has it.
We could split. I'm happy to split if you want to split.
Up to you guys.
Anna? Erin will. Oh, I will. Oh, I can't be. I'm not very useful.
No worries. We'll say with all the commotion, you guys are gonna
Mhm.
head downstairs with everyone to understand what's going on. As this happens, because there's about like 10 people that went out to help Ivy as
Okay.
backup sort of thing. So it's like enough people. So you guys all head downstairs. And you see Grim pull out like a switchblade and essentially cut the side of this purse, and out of it is a USB sort of drive. And he goes, we had a person on the inside for the second Inquisition, who's been like feeding us information. Apparently something big is going down, and it's on this like thumb drive. So we're gonna like, if you have a computer, we could check it out. And his assistants are like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. They pull it up, and unfortunately there is a like a lock on it, like it's a password is sort of needed. And yeah, and they're like, shit, my hackers are all like out right now on different like sort of missions. And they kind of, yeah. Aaron?
Can I try and hack it?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright,
So
what do I need?
you are going to need your intelligence or wits, and then you're going to need your technology score.
Awesome. Okay. That is 6.
Perfect. You're going to
She's
need
a
4 successes
smart
for this
bean.
one.
She's a smart bean. She's got this.
Oh yeah, you should have put the Roomba out there with a saw blade attached.
Amazing.
Oh, for sure, that would have been so good. Okay, so that is a 7, 8, 6, 6, 4, and a 2.
Perfect. So you succeed. So what happens is that you sit down on this computer as other people are like, I don't know what this password is. It's supposed to be unencrypted. And then sure enough, you sit down and you like hacker mode, tap on your keyboard a billion times, and then you were able to like break through the encryption. And
Password is password.
yeah, password 123 exclamation mark. Yeah. So you do unencrypt it, and you see multiple files begin to explode before your eyes. And meanwhile, over and Diana, did you want to stay with the downstairs crew, or did you want to go with Ivy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the downstairs crew.
Okay, perfect. So you're there, you're taking everything in. Now over in the streets near in a neighborhood, a humble, quiet neighborhood, you are fighting with Jacob as his Ed Hardy rhinestones are grinding against your flesh and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so what would you like to do?
So I'd like to pull out my gun. And I'd like to put it like against his most. I want to put it against his crotch.
You do so.
And I'm gonna be like, I just want to basically just be like, quit moving, or I'll remove the fun parts. And then, so I'm not strong, and I know I'm not strong, so I'm trying to scare him, basically.
Sure, go for it. So this will be manipulation and intimidation.
Thank God. Okay. I have been rolling 2 dice for this.
This is not my specialty.
So that's 4 manipulation, and then 2 for intimidation.
You need
and
2
1 is the
successes.
Hunger die. 2 successes. Okay. So that is. I got 3.
3? Okay. So with 3 successes, you're able to intimidate him as he looks to you, and then he's like, "Fuck!" As he drops his gun completely, and he goes like, all right, I'll like listen, don't do anything crazy. I can't repair those parts. Like, we can heal a lot, but I can't do that. So like, just cool your jets. Let me live, let me go, and I could do, I can tell you a bunch of stuff. I swear to you, like I can tell you, like there's more moles, and I'll tell you exactly who. And then as he's sort of saying that, you hear another shot pop off, and a hole goes straight into the middle of his forehead. But it's not just a lead bullet that's shot, it's like an incendiary round that's like just fire as it begins to just sear through, and he is like final death. As you look over and you see it's the second in command, Rebecca, that's standing over like him with his like sort of with her soldiers, and goes like, good job of catching him, like that was a tremendous help there. He was like, get up and let's go ahead and go back to the thing, and we'll take his body from here. Are you hurt at all? Are you damaged?
I mean, he shot me. He said there were more moles before you put an incendiary round in his head. So, great choice. And I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna like wipe some of the blood flecks, I'm guessing probably hit my face, off. And I'm gonna like flick my hand and I'm gonna pocket my gun, and I'm just gonna clack limp in my one heel back down the street very angrily.
So if you'd like to, you can choose to rouse the blood to heal yourself, or you can leave it be, and then you can just either rest or have blood to restore your health. It's up to you.
I should probably rouse, because I only have, so when it gets full of the marks, that's when it becomes an issue, right?
Yeah, aggravated.
So I only
and that's
have
when...
3 empty mark spaces left, so
Yeah.
I'd like to rouse and try and fix
Go for it.
myself as I'm limping down the street. So that's just
AD10, and then you need 6 or above. Yeah.
I got a 9.
Perfect. You succeed and don't take any hunger as you remove those 3 from there. So like the bullets begin to push out from your skin and the holes close. Granted, you still have some like blood down your pants, and like there are holes in your fabric, but
Yeah.
you're fine. As they take the body, they search him, they take his cell phone and everything, and then they drag him back and escort you as they like put their guns sort of away. And like you see lights come on porches and everything, and as people are like starting to try to investigate and make your way sort of back. So meanwhile, for Aaron and Diana, you are downstairs with everyone as you're pulling up documents, and they're like enhance, and it's showing like more like information. As you see, there are prototypes for like anti vampire weaponry and anti werewolf weaponry and all this sort of stuff, and that can capture the UV lights necessary in order to mimic like sun rays, essentially, to destroy vampires. And you do also see like videos of it being used on actual vampires and werewolves and like all this sort of stuff, and it's some pretty serious stuff. And they're like oh my god, there's like, I can't believe they're developing this. And they're kind of just going through all the information as you hear the sounds of footsteps coming down from the staircase, as you can see that there's the dead body of Jacob, as well as Ivy, who's like fine. But Aaron?
Can I, as they come down with the body of Jacob as a distraction, can I upload a copy of everything into my own USB?
So it's gonna be hard because I mean, I'm sure he wants a copy anyway, so yeah, that's fine. As you immediately begin to make a copy, now to your USB is difficult, but you do
Okay.
it to a USB because there's a lot of sites in here. So you
Okay.
have made a copy and it's there. And yeah, you can see that everyone's crowded around the screen now, like hovering over you essentially. And they're like, holy shit, the local like I don't know if I should say their real name. Let's go with state insurance. The local state insurance building has like a facility underneath it, apparently. Like that's where they're doing a lot of this sort of research and all that. And they're kind of like, we're gonna formulate a plan really quick. And some of them kind of break off to go like, like, is everyone okay? Did like what happened out there? And Rebecca gestures over to you, Ivy, and is like, she single-handedly like took him down, essentially. Like she chased him down and tackled him. Shots were fired. She took shots, and we ended up like executing him essentially for like shooting at her. And she's a great addition to our forces, as everyone looks at you with praise and good vibes and all that kind of stuff.
Nicely
gonna-
done.
I'm gonna like look around at everyone and I'm gonna be like, well, he said there were more moles and that he was willing to talk. He's dead now though, so I guess that's pointless information to give. And I'm gonna just look over at Rebecca and like, just so you're aware, Ivy is full of suspicion at Rebecca because he was like on the ground, like fully, like,
Yeah.
not even close to being aggressive, and Rebecca shot him, and so Ivy's just like,
Yeah. So Uhuru, your guys is like leader of the Trianarchs, looks is like that can't be avoided. Like, do you need like get her some blood to make sure that she's taken care of, like rest and everything like that. There may be documents on this file that can say who they're working with in different organizations, and if we have them, you guys probably have them. As he looks over to Grim, who's the leader of the Black Thorns, and they're kind of assessing the situation and looking over all the documents, and they're like, holy shit, like in a few weeks they're going to bring this out to the actual like live testing for, like they would have destroyed our forces immediately, and they know exactly where our base is, and everyone's kind of like freaking out at this point. And you guys get a chance to sort of chill as they kind of go like, don't worry, thank you so much, Aaron, for your hard work. We're gonna look over these documents while you like and the others rest. You had a long night, and yeah, so in the break room is Ivy and Aaron and Diana.
Do I have that copy, like that USB?
Go ahead and make a composure and stealth roll,
Okay.
or dexterity and stealth, whichever you feel is best.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Cool. That's 2 7s and a 5.
That works. Okay. So 2 7s actually will we're gonna say, yeah, you are able to like pick up the USB because everyone's so wrapped up in the information and the commotion and all that kind of stuff. So you do have it. As you are all like near each other, they hand all three of you like blood bags essentially for you to like rest in, and you're able to chat amongst yourselves right now. What would you like to talk about?
I'm gonna say to the others and say, I seem to have... Oh, I picked up a souvenir earlier when we took a trip to the mall, and I'm gonna hold up the USB like discreetly, but not say anything else.
good job.
Are you okay, Ivy?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I've taken more damage during therapy sessions. It really wasn't that big of a deal. I am concerned though, about the moles that Jacob was talking about before he met an untimely end.
I see.
That is an interesting conundrum.
Mm.
On one hand, I mean, it makes perfect sense that there would be more moles, but on the other hand, if someone is already lying, who's to say that they wouldn't lie for their life?
It's a hard line there. He was lying more for his manhood than his life at the moment. I'm very small and he was a very good shot, and I like gesture at like all of the holes in my pant leg, and like these were my favorite jeans. My concern is that Rebecca And I'm gonna like look around the room that we're in.
In this break room, there is one other woman that's there that you recognize that is kind of like the fourth in command, but she's in the back corner, kind of like doing tarot card readings, like to herself essentially, and just like not really focused on anyone else.
I'm gonna like scoot in real close. I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna be like, he had fully surrendered. Completely. He dropped his weapon and everything. And Rebecca shot him right in the head. And I feel that that's counterintuitive when we're trying to get as much information on SI as possible, don't you?
DM.
Hmm?
Did you say that I knew Rebecca before? Was it Rebecca?
No, you
No.
knew the woman that's in the break room right now.
The break room. Okay. Okay.
Diana would.
I forgot what her name was, so we're gonna say I think it was Sierra actually. So
She's the
tarot card reading, yeah, Tremere. That's in the
yeah. Okay.
Diana, what? Oh, sorry.
I
Go,
think
go.
Diana would know Rebecca. And she's very prone to shooting first. It gets you pretty high up on the Blackthorns list. All of us are very positioned with our sidearms, and her especially.
That's fair. That makes me feel better.
So, honestly, I wouldn't put it past her just not to even think about that.
All right,
Not saying I condone it, but it is of her nature.
that makes me feel a little bit better. It seemed. I'm sorry. I got
I also picked up this cat in one of the water
can I
beds.
just pet him?
the cat is canon now. Yep.
The cat is canon. Diana just carries the cat around.
Nemo, what is your vampire name? I'm gonna go with Naruto.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
I'm concerned about our safety with the true anarchs.
I don't trust anyone, especially them, as they tried to, let's say, abuse my skills before or knowledge.
I would say that you both have a pretty good gut reaction, if you will. Do you have any other places that you can stay in the meantime?
No.
I'm gonna, as I'm saying this, I'm gonna go on my laptop out of my like bag that's full of just crap. So you just hear all this jangly, yeah, and this laptop comes out.
Perfect.
And it's like one of those like gaming laptops with the light on the back.
You open it up and hot Cheeto dust falls out of it.
Yeah, just like a half-eaten Cheeto just falls out. No, and I'll just like quickly brush off the dust and like start typing. And have I figured out a way to kind of obviously, because I erased my own like footprint right
Identity,
on the internet. Yeah, so I'm gonna look up now incognito,
Sure.
like an Airbnb or something, or like somewhere else to stay. That's
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. You do so as
Yeah.
a lot of searches like pull up around the area and everything. You see a lot of breaking news articles pop up about the shootout in the mall, and you see various news articles about a certain percentage of the public does not agree with how the Second Inquisition is handling things. They feel like there should be more diplomatic talks to bring kindred werewolves and witches into the fold as American citizens and everything, instead of just like a straight out witch hunt. And yeah, you sort of find all this sort of information as well. And this woman Sierra actually like comes over to you guys, and she looks like she's like probably 19 years old, but kind of like the Luna Lovegood sort of unhinged sort of vibes, as she's like, hey, do you guys want a tarot reading? Like, I'm trying to get better at like this sort of stuff, and heard you guys are like doing really, really well.
Hey Sierra, how you doing? Long time no speak properly. Anyway.
Good. And then she goes like, wow, those are cool pants. I like the holes, as she looks to Ivy.
Thinks they're from bullets. Juniper might really like a tarot reading though, and I'm just gonna sort of like offer Juniper up to the tarot girl.
Perfect.
You know what? I'll bite as well.
Ooh.
Okay, good. So you do look over to Juniper, and Alma's like, nah, she's meditating right now. And
Oh.
you see that she is meditating with crystals in her hands. And then, and you do, she goes like, oh, that's okay. I never want to interrupt a meditation. But I don't think oh, wait, I think I follow you on TikTok. And then, yeah. And she goes, I'm such a fan, as she pulls out the cards and hands it over to you and goes like, can you, it's always good to put your energy into these cards. Could you please like shuffle these really quick?
Of course. And she just shuffles like a pro.
Perfect. She takes it back from you, and then she's able to like, all right. So what kind of question are you kind of like thinking about right now? Like, what are you kind of looking for at all? Or at least you don't have to tell me. You can always keep it too close to your chest. But the cards will sort of reveal a little bit about your future, what's to come, and all that.
I'm wondering whether or not to visit some people that were previously loyal to me, or to go my own way.
Perfect. And she kind of like puts out the cards, and she's like, ooh, I can see that great conflict is definitely within your future, but it looks like there is to be also great gain. It almost is as if you're going to make one problem worse with a certain solution, but it's very, very like hard to sort of see the future. Wait, I'm getting a vision as like you see her eyes like go completely white, and then the lights around you guys like sort of flicker a little bit, and your laptop, like as you're checking sort of MySpace, it's like going like fritzy, and everything goes back to normal. And she's like, huh. I don't think you're going to favor robots in the near future. And she's, and then she kind of like puts her cards sort of back, and she goes like, "Can I take a selfie with you?" And
Sure. Just don't geolocate right now. I'm in need of some privacy, location-wise.
it's like, "Oh right." And then she like takes a selfie with you. She's like super super about it and everything. And then yeah, and then she goes like, if you ever need anything, let me know. I'm always down to do more tarot readings, and yeah, and I'm glad to have you guys in the True Anarchs, because you guys are amazing. And as she like pats both Ivy and Aaron sort of on the back and leaves, and as she leaves, Uhuru steps in and sort of like sits down at the table with you guys, along with like two of his like sort of bodyguards that always follow him around, and goes like, listen, I really appreciate all the work that you guys have done. I know you're probably exhausted and really tired, but it looks like we may have another assignment for you guys. You can rest tonight, but there's something that needs to be done very, very soon. And Grim will now also walk in with the Black Thorns and sit down at the table sort of as well to look to you, Diana. And he goes like, this is also gonna include you. It looks like. Do you have, now? You guys have gone through a lot tonight, so do you have any questions for us or anything before, like, we get into it, or do you just want like the mission sort of briefing?
Yes, who's going to pay for my relocation? This clearly was a mistake, not under my own circumstances, so I would like to be compensated for my relocation. I have very particular needs.
And Grim just goes like, the Blackthorns will absolutely pay to help you out and move you, but we think that things are getting a little too hot for you to go anywhere other than with the safe house and us sort of thing. Although we found out that the Blackthorn safe house has been compromised, so we're gonna temporarily, stay here with the True Anarchs and help them out. And then, Ivy.
I just have a question. Out of character right now, my premonition ability that comes with my Malkavian, is that something that I have control over, or is it something that you have control over?
Both. So if you want to activate it, you can, to try to glimpse into the future. Otherwise, I'll like throw stuff at you every so often.
Okay. So after they give us the assignment, I would like to try and glimpse into see how the assignment goes.
Sure.
But other than that, I'll just sit there and sort of just like.
Perfect. And then Aaron.
Yeah, after the robot comment from Sierra, I'm gonna go and tinker with Steve.
Like, are you
Just
the
to s-
mole? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check if like he's been hacked
Well,
into, if anything's been
You do
tampered.
notice there is a curly mustache on the robot that play.
Okay, someone drew it on with Sharpie. No.
Yeah, there you go. So, he goes, all right. So reviewing the documents, we have found that they have information on almost all of us here in both the True Anarchs and the Blackthorns and various other Anarch or Camarilla sort of organizations. It seems that they've paid off different kindred to tell on other people, and these moles that we're starting to find out about are the ones that are leaking this information. So they know all of us. They are searching for us on the streets. They're searching for us at like traffic cams and everything like that to try to locate where we are and take us out. But we have found that they do not know that you guys are our kindred at this time. So we have a huge favor to ask of you guys. We know that in state insurance, the building there, it's a very huge 12-story building. There's multiple buildings in this sort of complex and everything. It's all for that one sort of organization and that hub. Deep below in their main building seems to be facilities that are dedicated to the Second Inquisition. They have the prototypes there that they're going to produce in live sort of combat in the coming like weeks. Apparently there's going to be a big meeting tomorrow with a lot of their heads and all that. So that would be a perfect opportunity for us to be able to somehow sabotage and go in to strike back against the Second Inquisition and sort of cripple them. We feel like we can pull this off if we can dismantle the like security essentially, or like the cameras, and that's what we need you guys to go in. Now thankfully we have the blueprints of the buildings, and we're formulating a plan on how you guys can actually get in there. And since they don't know of you guys can go in essentially incognito as employees of the of state insurance. And but I do have to warn you, but that since the Second Inquisition are involved, they may be there in force, and you won't be able to bring your weapons because there are weapon detectors or metal detectors leading into the actual building. So you're going to be going alone essentially into this. Now, is this something that you guys feel comfortable doing because you went into the fire and flames last time or tonight? And this is, we know it's going to be a lot of conflict in this time. And both Grim and Uhuru both look to you guys and see how you guys feel about everything.
I'm gonna be like, just a moment while and then I'm gonna like put my hand on my forehead and I'm gonna try and like focus
Into the future.
into the future. Do you want me to, it says free or one rouse check, so whichever one you would like me to do.
Let's do a rouse check so you can get more information.
Okay, that's a 2.
2. Okay, your hunger goes up by 1, but thankfully you essentially like have access to blood, so you can pull it back down afterwards. So go ahead and roll.
Okay, this is my resolve and my aspects.
And the more successes will equal to the more information you get.
Can I blow a willpower to reroll 3 of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Also use the pool if you need to.
Yeah, because I think there's 2 left. Yeah.
Yeah, I might use 2.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh, if that's okay with everybody else.
I would love information.
Okay.
Both in character and not.
Oh, okay. So that's a 6, and that's an 8. Okay, so I have 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay. So with 3 successes, you peer into the future and you're getting bits and pieces from what's going to happen. You're all in this sort of like these red sort of uniforms with that you're just walking in with fake IDs, fake names and everything, and just like, you know, scanning through. You're going through your normal motions, dominating people, cloud memorying and all that kind of stuff. And you're getting to the sort of security area where you do see various soldiers. And sure enough, you do see that there is something that sort of goes wrong, and there is it seems to be sort of a mech suit and the site of a large sort of mech, a Metal Gear, if you will, and
Solid.
yeah.
Solid. Mm,
Now, you guys, during that whole thing, you guys were not injured, you were not harmed, but you seem to have been okay, but you were just witnessing all this sort of stuff. And there was more, but you got sucked back into the present. Yeah.
it seems like we'll be all right. I think we should go. Also, Aaron, I think you're gonna be excited.
Oh, is that so? Oh, please
Big-
tell.
Big robots.
Okay, describe every single thing you saw, and I'm gonna try and like take it apart, and I can rebuild. Let me just think. Please tell me.
Robot.
We survive. We'll be fine.
What did it look like? What was it? What did it have?
So you do, the one person comes over with a tablet and kind of like scans through different blueprints and schematics for different mechs and all that kind of stuff. And you do see some like privatized mechs for soldiers to pop into, and larger sort of mechs that's extremely prototype, like alpha version. And you can see that you kind of like pointed out. And Aaron, you're looking over these schematics, and they're very impressive. They're some of the work is definitely, you can tell from your professor, that you can see some of his handiwork is sort of in there, as he's in some of the photos as well, next to the actual mechs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you are able to examine it. And
I'm gonna say, which one was it, Ivy? Which one was the one that you saw?
It's a little bit fuzzy, and the longer we wait, the faster it goes. But I think it was this one, and then I'm just gonna point at the one that looks the closest to what I saw.
perfect. And
Which one was it?
it's just like a giant sort of mech. It looks like a
Okay.
yeah, and it looks to be about 18 feet tall, and it's fully kitted with a bunch of weapons. It's not like anti-vampire weapons, but it's just simply anti-infantry, essentially. And as you are kind of scanning through it, Yuhuru as well as Grim go like, all right, well, we're gonna rest up tonight, and then tomorrow we're gonna have to start this sort of like operation. There is we'll create your identities tonight. We'll get you guys like into the system and as employees of State Insurance, and we'll have more of a plan as we work through the day. But you guys rest because you've earned it. You guys get like air mattresses and bunk beds, and water beds as yeah. So they show you to your sort of quarters, as there's like, a makeshift area that's kind of like a barracks and all that, where you guys are able to like stay. And the Blackthorns and Tyrannox kind of like get together and help each other out to trying to get this sorted. And you guys are back with each other with your thoughts, and yeah.
So, giant robot. I don't have any. It's not within my abilities to deal with that. So, game plan, and I will be looking at my phone and have notes open.
Aaron?
Can I look at the blueprint and try and find a weakness in the designs?
Absolutely. So go ahead and do a, where is my let me see. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and do intelligence and technology.
And technology, cool.
And how many ever successes you get is the amount of information that you're gonna get.
Perfect.
Can I look over it as well?
Sure thing.
Perhaps?
You go through there to see a lot of documents. Is there anything specific you're sort of looking for?
I would want to know how to, like, what are the particular like thin points that you would be able to get into to get to the person underneath who's piloting it, and also like the piloting mechanisms themselves.
Sure. So same thing. Go ahead and do intelligence and technology.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, if you would generally just want to look through the documents, you can always do like intelligence or wits, and then like awareness and like whatever you feel is best. And then Aaron.
I got a wow, okay. 3 7, sorry, 1 6 and a 10 and a 4.
10 and a 4. Okay, so 5 successes. So with 5 successes, you look over these documents and you immediately start like, creating like, oh, this is going to be really easy because they accidentally messed up this portion of the vehicle. Like, oh, because it's a alpha of a prototype, so it's extremely raw and very janky, but it seems like it is able to work from the videos that you're sort of able to like view, and you can already think of ways to sort of hinder it. Probably with an EMP, it would be pretty easily done, or even your corrosive vitae, your corrosive blood, would be able to work as well. And going over to Diana,
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, perfect. So you're going over. You kind of gather the same information as you can see how the mechanism works, where they actually go like into the mech. You see like the smaller sort of mech that seems to be in its actual beta phase, where it's actually more useful and more able to be used essentially. And yeah. So Ivy, is there anything that you like to do?
I'm not super great with technology, so I'm just gonna be sitting there while they look over it and be like, so I think you two have the robot really covered with the I can tap on my phone screen and set appointments, but that's about all I've got. And scroll through TikTok.
I want a Mac.
The TikTok videos, the clout that you would get from like. All right, Aaron.
If I had enough time, I could build you a mech, but one night is nowhere near long enough, considering this is probably years of work and just laid out here by probably Lawrence Beckett himself. And anyway, do you think in one night, GM, I could modify each of our phones to send out an EMP for an app?
I would say one of your phones would
Okay.
be able to do it, but it would explode the phone essentially.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Ivy. I'm gonna say, how attached are you to your phone?
Well, considering that most of my clients are either dead or in hiding, not that attached. Why?
Okay, so I have an idea, and this mech seems very vulnerable to our own like corrosive abilities, and also to a possible EMP. And I can do in one night, I can possibly make one of our phones send out an EMP to disrupt this mech, but the phone will be destroyed after.
Right.
But I can create the app, and it will be through the app. You just press the button. It will just be like a button. Yeah, it'll just be like a button on the screen. Yeah.
So, I don't think I'm going to be able to understand what an EMP is, but I think that's a great idea. And then I'm just gonna hand Erin my phone and just be like, "Let's do it." And
she hands you over the like Pixel 2, Google Pixel 2 with like super slow and like all this different issues, but it's enough. You pick it up and you're able to. So go ahead and give me another intelligence and technology check. You're gonna need a 3 to succeed to have this happen.
Okay.
And
Do you think...
go right.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask a question to Aaron about like the MP plan.
Okay,
but,
go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So Aaron, do you think that we could potentially restart the Mac after we use it, disable it, or will it be donezo?
Would I know this, GM?
Yeah, you do know that it would temporarily disable like commands, and it would have to be hard reset, so it'd buy you some time. It wouldn't completely destroy it.
And I share that information with all of you.
I think what would be a good idea, and she's like standing up and like using her arms. I think that if you use EMP and you distract from the front, I come back, take them out of the mech. I go into the mech, and guns blazing.
Yes, but we also need to find a way to be impervious to the EMP, as it could possibly melt up non-existent brains.
What now?
It's basically a shock. It's like a, it's like a signal that is like sent out.
I have an idea.
That
Yes,
kind
Ivy.
of blew over my head.
Ivy?
So my idea, I'm not, just tell me if it won't work. I don't understand what we're saying, but I'm trying to keep up. So there's an app on my phone that's like a little timer button. I use it to keep track of how long my clients talk during sessions, and you just push the little go button, and then it goes tick, 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 and it's like an automatic clock. It's really neat. But could you do that, but like backwards, for the app, so that way I could like push it and then it goes doot 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 and I throw it at the thing, and we have so many seconds in between for me to get it from our vicinity to the robot vicinity, and then it explodes and we keep our brains safe.
So set a timer. Yes, I can do that. I can do that, Ivy. Very amazing plan. Honestly, amazing. I appreciate the input. I will set a 30-second timer on it. Okay.
All right.
We need to be in away from, let's say, a 5-foot radius from this phone.
And then after that, Diana can climb into the big robot.
Yes,
with
yeah.
the
Once
guns.
it stops, yeah. Once it bends over and it just gives up.
And we
Yes.
should tell the requisition officer that we need rubber boots. Rubber boots, yes. And I'm thinking black tank tops or black long sleeves, something along those lines. I mean, of course. I mean, it looks like you need some clothes as well.
I need new jeans. The black hides the blood, but he shot me a lot. It's quite a bit.
So, at this time, you guys all like, you guys are, I imagine that you guys are all in your bunk beds, like chatting about this, and then
It's
like,
girls' night, yeah.
yeah, and then, so what happens is that you guys, rest for the evening. If you guys took any damage, then you're gonna go ahead and like wipe that away. If you, and you all sort of like spend the day essentially sleeping and regathering your sort of energy, or working on phones to make them do an EMP pulse and all that kind of stuff.
I would like to study the schematics and learn or attempt to learn the basic controls of the mech.
Sure, absolutely. So go ahead and do a intelligence and technology one more time.
Okay.
And then see what you can gather from sort of the videos as well as the schematics and everything. And
Didn't I roll for something?
Yeah, 2 successes this time.
success? Okay, perfect. Sorry, go on.
I think I rolled for something before we had the conversation about the timer, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, it was to see if you did it. Oh wait, what was that?
Oh, the phone. Yeah, the phone. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna say you succeed with making
Okay.
Ivy's phone, RIP, as it's sacrificed and ready to be used as a sort of EMP. And for the rest of you guys, you wake up at nighttime as it starts getting towards the sun is going down, and they kind of wake you up and go like, all right, we have a plan. Here are some uniforms that we have for you guys to be like, state insurance employees. Here are your fake badges, as it shows your guys' face and sort of like and like images that they slap on there, and they go like, from what we understand, you're going to go into the building, you're going to go ahead and just scan your thing and walk through the metal detector. Because of that, you're not going to be able to bring any sort of like weapons with you through there, so you're going to have to use your vampiric abilities or find something within there. And they kind of like lay out the plan, and they go, there is a staircase that if you go all the way downstairs, you're going to see a metal gate with a lock there. You're going to have to get past that lock, and that's where you're going to find the security sort of room down there. And you're just going to have to dismantle some stuff, and you're going to be able to take down the cameras and be able to let us in through the back, and we'll be able to take care of everything else through there. Our major goal is to cause as much harm to their sort of servers and a bunch of other stuff, as well as to take the mech and get out of there, as many as we can, to be able to help us out with this war effort. If we can do this, we'll have enough firepower to actually negotiate like some sort of parlay or peace treaty sort of thing. And if we can pull this off, we'll actually be able to do this. So like, I want to first and foremost say once again, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you can back out. But it's if you go in, we don't know what's going to happen. And Juniper's also with you guys, being like, I'm down. And, yeah.
I think we've got a good plan, and I think we're pretty confident. Got the countdown.
I'm excited to see this mech in person. I want to get my hands on it and see what I can do with it.
You and Diana both.
Yes. I'm confident that we could probably find some things once we're inside.
I just love seeing you shine in your little happy places.
Shall we head off?
So, they're like, all right. So you guys get into your state insurance sort of uniforms. It's pretty, for humans, it's chilly in November because everyone in Arizona is used to like the warmer temperatures. So once it gets below 60 degrees, everyone dies. So you guys are bundled up, even though you don't need to be. As you make your way down to state insurance, as you see, there's a huge like little complex with various buildings that are all like large and tall. As you see that there's like the logos of it everywhere, and you pull up to see various employees that are kind of like going around. There's different businesses and everything that's happening, but most people are leaving their shifts to go home. As you guys and various other employees are walking into the building to actually be able to start your shift, quote unquote. And sure enough, it says like new hires here, as you're all like walking with each other, going and following this sort of line as you're instructed, and head in and like thank you so much for actually being a part of state insurance. You're gonna love it here. We have a great 401k, and like it's gonna be a great time serving our customers and making sure that we take care of them and all that kind of stuff. As you guys all sort of get into the main room there, and there's a lot of people around, but they're all kind of like mingling as everyone's waiting to do their thing. And down the actual hall, you can see that there is a set of like staircase as well as elevators that are currently being guarded by a security guard, but like doesn't seem too intimidating, just simply standing there with it seems like a sidearm, but nothing, just like standing. Yeah. And one of the managers actually comes over to Diana and goes like, I feel like I've seen you before. Have you were you like an agent at a local like state insurance like agency, or like did we meet at a conference somewhere?
Oh yes, we met at the conference. Last summer. I had a different hairstyle. It happens a lot. I have one of those faces, but I think I remember you. Yes.
So charisma or manipulation, and then you're gonna do we're gonna say persuasion or subterfuge.
Okay, so charisma and persuasion or subterfuge. Okay. All right. Oh, nice.
Oh my god! Actually, you can do your actress one for performance, because I see that you're an actress. So you could, this is a prime time to tap into that skill.
Cool. Let me see how many of that one is. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because you have 5 points in actress performance, that means you're literally one of the greatest actresses in the world. Like, yeah.
Oh man, this is a little bit out of here, but I've now been thinking of like if anyone's seen Eternals, where it's like, yeah, and I played my grandfather and my great grandfather. But yeah, I guess I am one of the greatest actors of all time because I have 3 10s and 2 7s.
Wow. All right.
4, I wanted a 2.
All right, so that's 3 7s. And you said
or 3 10s.
Oh, 3 10s. 3 10s. Yeah. So 2 of those 10s will become 4 successes. And then that's another success. Okay. Yeah, so you have like 6 successes here. So she's eating everything you're saying without even tapping into your vampiric abilities. She's like, that's right. We must have like met at the conference. How are you? I'm glad you're actually like, here and decided to join state insurance. Are these your it's please come over here as well, as to gestures towards Juniper and Ivy and Aaron. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I just needed a change of scenery, and some of my coworkers, people from the office, we all decided to relocate because we all enjoyed working with each other. So we're excited to be here. It's just an honor.
Perfect. And she goes like, yeah, that's great. And he goes like, are you excited to learn about policy language of automobiles? As she kind of like hits Aaron on the shoulder a little bit, and Aaron, would you like to say in response?
Yeah, I'm really excited. There's science, technology, physics, anything else in between, but especially biology. It's very interesting to me personally. Especially specialized in it.
She's like, uh-huh, great. And then she goes, she's like, well, I'm gonna go and mingle with a couple other people and make sure everyone feels comfortable. Just like stay here for a little bit, and thanks for joining state insurance. You guys are gonna love it here. As she like walks away to go interact with people, and you guys are free essentially. Down the hall, there is still the security guard who's like pulling out his phone and like on TikTok, just like kind of checking everything out.
Kimmy's just standing there like, ugh, they call us vampires.
You're like,
These
most of my
people
clients are state
exhausting.
insurance employees.
Yeah, I know every single one of them. I'm just like trying to cover my face.
Great.
They call us vampires.
The-
Conversations here suck us dry.
It's amazing what you can accomplish with fake interest
It
in
was incredibly
the most mundane things.
I was interested in what you were saying, and that's
I don't understand. There's so much amazing life and joy, and these people decide to spend their time on a pyramid. I don't even know how it all works, but very poor choices indeed.
I know insurance is like a pyramid scheme, but with a bucket.
Shall we go down the stairs?
Probably.
Oh
a
my
good
god,
idea.
yes.
Yeah.
So you guys head over to the security guard that kind of now pays attention to you guys and goes like, whoa, I'm so sorry, ladies, but this is not where the training area is. You're gonna have to stay over to where the other trainees are, and then you'll be able to, continue your day. As he kind of puts his phone away and then stands there.
Can I knock him out?
I'm well, Diana's first instinct to be like, oh, really? Because Phil sent us over here and told us that we had clearance to go down here. We were here for a special project.
Okay, so go ahead and again roll your manipulation, and then you can either do performance or you can do subterfuge. Yeah.
Okay. That's a
And
lot of dice.
roll those like 80 dice.
Yeah, so many. Okay, one.
So you're gonna need 4 successes for this one.
5 successes.
5 okay, you succeed. As he kind of looks to you and goes like, huh, I guess.
Seem pretty insistent about it. I mean, you can check with him, but if you do, I'm not sure that he will be in the greatest mood.
And he's like, oh, yeah, go right ahead. And then he kind of like steps out of the way to allow you guys to sort of pass. Aaron, do you still punch him?
No, fine.
Okay.
I'll let words fight this time.
And then he's like, yeah, go ahead and go past, do whatever you need to. I don't need another strike against me. And you guys walk past him. You see the elevators that were here, but you're supposed to go down the staircase all the way to the bottom. Yeah.
What are the security guards wearing by chance?
They're wearing blue shirts and black pants, and they have like a wire that goes up to their ear, and then they have a sidearm. Yeah.
Is it like a branded blue shirt of any chance?
Yeah, it's like a local security company essentially.
Okay. And then what are the insurance people wearing? Is it just like suits or like khakis?
They're mostly wearing like casual business attire. Yeah, with
Okay.
lanyards and their badge.
Okay, so once we get to the elevator, Diana will just straight up strip, because underneath that she has her own outfit that is all black, perfectly coordinated, name brand.
Yeah. Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci belt. She has the all black Gucci belt with it, and so yeah,
My
she's
God.
out of that costume. Yeah, that's oh, thank God, I could not be in that any longer.
Perfect. You take off your Target attire and you put on your super branded clothing, and you make
Now
it
is not the time to change.
It's fine. If they ask me, I'll just say I'm a security guard and I forgot my shirt. It's fine.
and
Got
you
the Gucci belt.
with a Gucci belt, yeah. And you make your way to the staircase. As you head downstairs, you don't really see anyone. Granted, you hear doors open from floors above you, but you don't really see anyone. As you finally make your way all the way down the staircase to the bottom, where you see a large, like, iron sort of grid, as well as another, like, sort of door that leads to the parking lot. Now, you know, beyond the iron grid door is where you're supposed to go, but there is a key card reader that's there that you that is an impasse for you. You push and pull onto the iron grid door, and it doesn't really move. It seems like you're going to need a key card access in order to get through. Oh, muted.
Am I?
Oh no, you're good. You're sorry. You're good.
I just talked too quiet. My
Okay.
mic was like, no. I just said, shit, we should have knocked out that security guard like Aaron wanted to.
I mean, it's not too late. We could go back.
Yeah, go back up there. Yeah.
Just run back up there really quick.
I say we
God.
go back, knock him
And-
out,
and
and
so
then take
that's-
his sidearm.
Yes, I would love that. I guess we could rock, paper, scissors for it.
Well, you, although you look lovely with your outfit, would be the most spotted, probably.
It tends to happen that way, so I'll wear a shirt.
He's got to cover up the Gucci belt. I think Aaron and I both have the ability to make people forget things, so we could perhaps attempt.
And if you'd
Something
like
like
to,
that.
you could also rouse the blood. So if you want to use this as a physical sort of endeavor, you can choose to do a rouse check, and you gain an additional points in whatever category you'd like to.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you need to, like, power through this door, you can do so. If you want to try to hack this door, or go up and murder a security guard and then take a shit, and then, like, yeah.
Can I try and hack this door first?
Yeah, go for it.
idea.
Yeah, maybe before we punch people.
I'm not very strong.
Neither am I.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but where would we hide the body?
True.
Yeah, we're not the beefiest of group, are we?
I could eat it. I'm quite hungry.
Okay.
Cannibalism.
What am I rolling? Intelligence and technology again, right?
Correct. Yeah. Intelligence, technology. You're gonna need a 4 to succeed.
Okay. What have I got? What have I got? That's a 9. That is also a 9. That is a 6. And that is a fuck. That's a 5. Right. And that one is another 5 and a 2. So I got 3.
No.
Okay, so that's
Hold
3.
on. Hold on.
So you
hold
can-
on. Let me see what else I can do.
You can use your willpower to re-roll 3 dice if you'd like to.
Uh-huh. So what does the 2 bars mean again on the willpower?
That's the amount of willpower that you have to draw from. So if you expend all of those, then you just have to wait. You know, you have to rest and, like, get your willpower
Okay.
back, and then you can pop them again. Yeah.
So we rested before, right?
Yes. So you have
So
full
that-
willpower now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it would have been all completely blank, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. My mind was just blown. Yeah, I'm gonna use a willpower for sure.
Okay.
3 of them. Let's go. Come on, that's a 6, and that is another
4.
9. So that is now
5. Yep.
yes.
So, okay, good. So with 5 successes, you are able to, like, pull out your badge. You're able to, like, pop it open, get the microchip. You're able to pull out your, you know, whatever you have, like your phone or whatever, and then be able to sort of modify it on the fly. And then you're able to use your key card on the keypad, and sure enough, it just, like, shows a green light and then clicks open as it swings. Which is good, as you're like, yeah! But right as you're saying, like, yeah, down the hall is a door that opens, and you see a security guard, like, come out with a pack of cigarettes, and he, like, puts one in his mouth and then looks over to you guys as he's like, wait.
I'm like,
and-
forget.
forget! Yeah. So
Immediately cloud memory.
go ahead and roll. Oh, it's free, right?
Yeah, I believe it is
All right.
free. I just gotta make sure I have the right dice. Someday I'll have these memorized, I swear.
All right. You
Okay.
need 2 successes.
Charisma and dominate. So charisma's 3. And where's dominate? What?
where
Dominate
the
is going to be one of your disciplines.
Oh, just kidding, found it. Okay, got it.
okay.
There we go. Thank you. My brain was like, where did it go?
No, you're good.
So that's 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, perfect. So that's exactly what. Or sorry, you got one more than you needed. So he has a cigarette in his mouth. Like, wait, what are you guys? And then suddenly, what memory would you like to implant into this guy's brain?
I want to implant that he just walks out to his little normal break spot out the back door, and has a nice little uneventful cigarette break, and then comes back and everything is fine.
Perfect. Then you were able to like plant this into his mind of like, you just want to go on your break. You don't want to mind us at all. And then he goes like, I don't get paid enough for this. And then he just like walks out and begrudgingly just like mumbles about his job and yeah, the door before you is open. As you head over to it, you open it up, and sure enough, you do see that everything transitions here. So it was a normal sort of like concrete sort of area at the bottom of these steps that kind of lead into the parking garage, but then this door leads into sort of a more clean sort of white room that's there. As you see, there's a lot of different monitors that's there, and there's different employees that are kind of like working at like their little stations and sort of like looking at all the monitors and making sure everything's good. And there's about 3 people in here. As you walk through the doors, and one of them looks back like, whoa, who are you guys? As they like kind of freak out a little bit. And that's where we'll end for tonight. That way we can see how you guys murder hobo your way through the science facility, potentially. and yeah, so starting off, let's go ahead and go around the room to tell everyone where they can find you and what you're up to next. Going with Pawn Plays.
Hi, I'm Pawn Plays. You can find me on social medias. On Instagram, it's Pawn Plays Games. Here on Twitch, it's just Pawn Plays. I stream on my own channel on Wednesdays and Fridays during the day. And you can find me Monday nights at what?
Oh, Rising Valkyrie won the giveaway. So.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah.
Congrats!
You can find me on Mondays at 7:30 Yeehaw or Central Time, where I play on Fateful Encounters for our campaign Fate's Fortune with the lovely Jade Valkyrie and some other wonderful people. You can find me Friday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Time for Quest Vault. We are finishing up a 3-year-long campaign. I was a late addition to it, but it's a really great time. And starting in January, you'll find me over on TIO every other Wednesday, the initiative order, where I'll be running my own game.
Yeah, and then going over to Jade Valkyrie.
Hey everyone, I am Jade Valkyrie. You can find me on all our social media, most social media as Jade Valkyrie. Here on Twitch as Jade Valkyrie with a 3. The next thing that I'll be doing would be the Fateful Encounter stream on Monday, but then my own personal streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So come check it both out during the week.
Yeah, perfect. And then going over to Rising Valkyrie.
Hello, I'm Jess. You can find me at Rising Valkyrie on Instagram, at Rising Valkyrie J on Twitter, where all there is really D'Angelo just tagging me in things. But anyway, you find me here every other Wednesday, coming back next Wednesday for Taya as Queen Eclipse, emo queen who is trying to run a nation, but and also playing Erin here every other Saturday as well.
Next episode is the brothel episode, so it's great. So perfect. And my name is D'Angelo Murillo. This has been my channel. This is Phoenix by Night. We will be back. Let me see here. It will actually be the 18th of December. So we should have a full cast, I believe. So that'll be really, really fun. You won't want to miss it because I was like, you know what? I'm already running a show with vampires. May as well add like mechs and like robots to this thing. So it'll be a crazy episode and silly, but it'll be really, really cool. And you can find me on all social media at _D'Angelo. And thank you again for watching. We really appreciate it. And we hope you guys all have a wonderful night. And we'll see you guys later.